everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Patriots going up against the Falcons. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. I'm Brandon Gautin alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl, all the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
We begin the next half-century of Super Bowls to a strobe of flashes. Super Bowl 51 from Houston is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So now out come the Atlanta Falcons. Out comes Matt Ryan, getting ready to lead this team in the Super Bowl. And he'll also learn, Charles, the night before the big game if he takes home the league MVP award. So a lot going on for Matty Ice.
There is, and you and I both know that if we asked Matt about that, the first thing he would say is, I'm not concerned about the MVP stuff. I'm only worried about the Super Bowl. But that's just being a little bit disingenuous. You can't help but be involved with an award that says you're the best of the best in your sport. If Matt Ryan were able to win that one, I think it'd be an extra bounce for him going into the Super Bowl, where I think he'll perform very well.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. A glance at the starting unit. Julio Jones, a threat on the outside, of course.
Combines great athleticism, incredible speed, and a whole lot of toughness to be one of the better receivers in the NFL.
And on 2nd and 10 now. On 2nd down, Ryan looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 3rd down. And you get a look at the defense. It was the top scoring defense in the entire NFL. They look pretty good against Pittsburgh. They'll be playing in another Super Bowl. How do they do it? Because they don't have household names at every position.
And that's a great point and a great question, because when you go out and talk to the average fan, name 10 guys, name 5 guys on the New England defense, they're often hard-pressed to do it. But picking up Kyle Van Noy midseason and turning him into a cover guy and doing a nice job, and he punched one free in the AFC Championship game. And take a look at Alan Branch holding down the middle against the Pittsburgh run defense. They may not be household names, but they know how to coach them up and they know how to plug them into the right places.
That's right. If it's a game of chess, the Patriots always move the right pieces. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put it up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. NFC Championship game for Coleman, 64 yards from scrimmage and a touchdown. We talked a lot this year about the duo of he and Freeman and what they mean to this team. They've got them, not just them, but they've got them on the doorstep along with Matt Ryan and others of a Super Bowl title.
And a lot of people would describe them as 1A and 1B in terms of being the lead back. And Devontae Freeman, when you ask the Atlanta coaches about him, they all say he's fantastic. But having Tevin Coleman to spell him, that's what puts him over the top and makes him a 1,000-yard runner. That little bit of break, and of course Tevin Coleman brings an extra gear.
And the Patriots coming onto the field led by Tom Brady, getting set for his 7th Super Bowl appearance. Now, his counterpart, Matt Ryan, this will be his first. That's obviously a storyline. Is it overhyped, Charles?
I think it's probably overhyped, but I still think it's significant because Tom Brady doesn't have to do any guessing. He has a routine for the Super Bowl that he's been able to follow 6 times previously. This is the first time for Matt Ryan, so everything's new. And he's kind of guessing along the way. Am I putting in enough time here? Is this the right thing to do? Is this the wrong thing to do? Tom Brady has none of those worries.
One recent example, Peyton Manning defeated by Russell Wilson. That was a 43-8 game. Now, Manning hadn't been to 7 Super Bowls, but that's one recent example.
Yeah, and that's why I call it an advantage, because of the 7 Super Bowls. I think when it's 2, 3 Super Bowls, not nearly the same advantage because you're working out your process along the way. 7 times, your process is down.
And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
They'll run again with Blunt. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. And say hello to the Atlanta Falcons on defense. So many baby faces, Charles, as you and I have talked about, 7 first- or second-year starters. And they're going to have their hands full against Tom Brady and the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
They certainly are. And when you're talking about some of those baby faces, think about these rookie starters. Deion Jones at middle linebacker. Devondre Campbell at outside linebacker. Keanu Neal at safety. But it's a second-year guy that I'm keeping my eye on for this game. That's Vic Beasley. Led the league in sacks with 15.5, and that's force enough. But he also forced 6 fumbles. And if he can get back to Tom Brady and have a few strip sacks, that could change the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady dumps it off to Lewis. A big play there for the Patriots. 35 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Brady gives now to Blunt. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 14 there. And that's good for a New England first down. When you look at X factors in the Super Bowl, LeGarrette Blunt, he could be one. Now, the question, how will they use him? Divisional round, not many carries. And then he did get a lot of carries leading into the Super Bowl. So we'll see how they handle it.
Atlanta's defense is built on speed. Look at the linebacker position. They are run, chase, hit guys. The secondary, speedy, can cover. The test for them is, can they handle a heavy running game? That's why I think LeGarrette Blunt is a bigger factor in the Super Bowl than he was against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think they're going to want to control the game with their running game, and Blunt will be a key factor, much more so than Deion Lewis and James White catching passes out of the backfield. Well, if you like to see guys play the game hard, if you like to see the guys be aggressive, if you like to see the guys maximize their ability, you're talking about Julian Edelman, aren't you? Yeah. What a game he had in the AFC Championship against Pittsburgh.
118 yards and a touchdown, and now he'll look to do what he did in Super Bowl 49, where he was over 100 with a score as well.
And he's just one of those guys that if he's on the field, you have to respect his talent, but you especially respect his passion.
11 yards for number 11. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Here's Blunt. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Play action. Now it's Brady. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Charles, so many of the Patriots know what the Super Bowl feels like. Martellus Bennett, a guy, 8th year, first Super Bowl trip, and after the game, you could tell he was a little elated, doing some dances with the cheerleaders. And
the pom-poms were going everywhere, weren't they?
They were.
But the interesting part was his observation later on social media where he said, I was out of my mind excited. I looked around at a lot of the guys on the Patriots team, and they're like, yeah, you know, we've done this before, okay? We can be cool about it. But think about his impact this year. Supposed to team with Rob Gronkowski, became the featured tight end after Gronk's injury. They are so glad that they picked him up.
A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blunt taking it in. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends in a touchdown run by LeGarrette Blunt. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Here's Eric Weems now on the return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And before the Falcons take over on offense, a stat that is definitely worth mentioning. They have scored this year 540 points, tied for 8th all-time in league history. But my question to you, if you had to pick one key for this offense to be successful against New England, what do you think that would be?
Offensive line. And I know that's not a very sexy thing to talk about, but the rebuild of the Falcons' offensive line over the last 2 to 3 seasons has put them in the position to where they are in a Super Bowl, because that offensive line allows all that great talent at the skill positions absolutely flourish. The front office and the head coach, a tremendous collaboration of rebuilding that roster.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan surveying the field. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. On third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain of 21 yards. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses, because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
And now a first down following that long gain. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, here's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
On second down, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Freeman again. And Freeman lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And the Patriots getting ready to go again on offense. And, Charles, you and I get a stat pack before every game. At the top of this one for the Patriots, the first note was that they're on their way to their 9th Super Bowl appearance. That is something. Most of any team.
And 8 of those since 2001. Would that be accurate?
That
because
is accurate.
The first one was Super Bowl 20. That didn't go very well against the Bears. But since that time, they've become the predominant team, going to Super Bowls and winning them. What a franchise.
The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So 1 quarter down here in Super Bowl 51. 7-0 is our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports.
Presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd down following the run. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. A gain of 6 there on first. second down. Here's Brady. Pass incomplete. LeGarrette Blount was the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Third down and 4. Again, it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So the Patriots will turn it over to their left-footed punter. That's Ryan Allen to kick it away. Back deep for the Falcons is Eric Weems. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now Ryan on second down. Connects with Sanu right side. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Charles, Sanu is a great weapon, often in the shadow of Julio Jones. And with so much attention going to be paid to Julio by the Patriots, the Falcons, they have other weapons just like Sanu, don't they?
And I think that they're actually eager to show them off. You know, they set an NFL record for the most people to catch a touchdown pass in a season. All-time NFL record, I believe the number's 13. But also look at it this way. Mohamed Sanu, Tevin Coleman, Devontae Freeman out of the backfield, Austin Hooper at tight end, Taylor Gabriel, Aldrick Robinson at receiver. So many other weapons. There have been games during the season when Julio Jones' production has been held down. The Falcons have managed to win a whole lot of those games anyway. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First and 10. Here's Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. They go play action here on first down. Backing up. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And it's second down. Hey, by the way, wanted to ask you while we have a minute, did you catch the Pro Bowl?
How about that? In the city of Orlando, they could not have been more excited. A sellout, actually standing room only for the Pro Bowl.
And some defense was played. It wasn't the normal 55-50 shootout. 20-13 was the final.
To give you the best example, Travis Kelce from Kansas City was the offensive MVP of the game. 3 catches, 36 yards, and a touchdown. Lorenzo Alexander from Buffalo, his first year as an NFL full-time starter, capped it off with a Pro Bowl MVP, had 8 tackles in the game. What a year for Lorenzo Alexander.
Gets a new car as well. Congratulations to both.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Again, here's Blunt. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now Blunt. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So third and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And for Lewis, what impact do you expect him to have in the Super Bowl? How do you see New England using him against Atlanta? Because you know they have Blunt, but Lewis and White as well. What's the role?
As you know, in our experiences, talking with coaches, we always talk about offense-defense matchups, and eventually the coach is going to say, don't forget, the third part of the game, special teams. I think that's where Dion Lewis can make his biggest impact. Remember the kick return for a touchdown against Houston in the divisional round. Let's see where it goes from there. But I think ultimately, kick return ability, helping his team with field position, could be the biggest impact he has on the game.
We'll certainly be hoping to relive some of that magic from that Houston game. 3 touchdowns for Lewis. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on, just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends in a touchdown run by LeGarrette Blount. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Well, it's no secret the defenses have pretty much not been able to cover Julio Jones this season. How do the Patriots do it? I know that's the $64,000 question. What's the answer?
I think they do it in a variety of ways. I think it's going to be a combination plate that they'll throw at him. Sometimes you'll see Malcolm Butler, the #1 corner, go ahead and line up with Julio Jones. There'll be times where he won't, and they'll end up double-teaming Julio. But whoever's on that side will show him different things. They'll come up and press him. They'll back away. They'll pretend to press. They'll run with him. They'll wait at 5 yards and catch him and then try and jam him there. So many different things. Anything trying to chip away at his timing.
They toss to Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
To throw is Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 48 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They come up in an offset eye. Brady now on first down. And right side caught. Hogan. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Well, we know Brady relies so much on Julian Edelman, about 10 targets per game this year. But Chris Hogan obviously came to life against the Steelers. Well, he did before that, but he can have an impact, too, in this Super Bowl.
He certainly can, and that's the beauty of Tom Brady playing quarterback. If you find your way open, he will find you. So I think Chris Hogan could have an impact on the game. Martellus Bennett at tight end could have an impact. Danny Amendola from the slot position could have an impact. And, of course, throwing to the backs, James White and Deion Lewis. So Tom Brady, if you're open, he will definitely find you. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Brady now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Blunt, the lone running back. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Super Bowl 51 after this. A reminder coming up at the intermission. We'll get highlights of the Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Now a carry for Blunt. Oh, look at the juke. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the green, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
They come out here in the eye. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Still 3rd down.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down. Brady gives this one to Lewis. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. What a spin. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. And his pass incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's 2nd down. Okay, Bart, are you ready for Brandon's off-the-wall stat question of the week here?
Well, is that any different than any other time we talk?
No, it's not. But Chris Hogan
yes.
and Julio Jones actually had the exact same numbers in the conference title games. 9 catches, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. Who did it better?
Wow, that's a great question. Listen, the easy, trite answer is they both did it so exceptionally well, you just called a tie.
But I'm not
breaking the
accepting
tie.
that.
I'm breaking the tie. Julio Jones did it better. That short slant where he ended up running over 2 or 3 people and taking it to the end zone, that was the clincher right there. Julio Jones did it a little bit better than Chris Hogan. He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. Caught by Sanu. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. From the gun, it's Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target.
Okay, Brandon, before we break this game down any farther, I've got to talk about Tom Brady. He's going for his 5th Super Bowl title. I think Bradshaw has 4, right? Montana has 4. Brady wants to be the only quarterback with 5 Super Bowl titles.
Won his first one back in 2002, trying to get number 5 in 2017. You'd think if he gets it, that he puts all the rings on at the same time.
For a definite photo shoot that'll go up in New England, everywhere, no doubt about it.
I mean, out in public, just for fun.
Why not? Hey, he'd be Tom Brady with 5 Super Bowl championships, the first and only quarterback at that time.
So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. They come out here in the I. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They start on the ground here with Blunt. Oh, he bowls over him. And some space here. LeGarrette Blunt, the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blunt as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So second down, 3 yards to go now. Now Ryan on second down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. So as the set designers rush out here to get us ready for the spectacle to come at intermission, these two teams will head to the locker room in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Patriots with possession early in the first. The quick pass and completion is made, and the play will come to an end after a gain of 35. Patriots now later on the drive. Bluntz is going to take it off the left edge, and he capped off the 8-play drive with a TD. Patriots strike first in this one. Third down from the 22. Ryan has the completion across the middle, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to their own 43-yard line. Falcons would later fumble away possession. Patriots have it on 2nd and 5. Blunt's going to look for a gap. He caps off the 7-play drive with a score. The Patriots up now by 14. Falcons have it on 2nd and 5. Ryan's deep pass will be completed, and he finds his mark for the score. Now trailing by 7. Late in the second, Blunt's got it off the left side here. He'll go for the score. That puts them up by 2 touchdowns.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now Dion Lewis to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Falcons defense gearing up as they take the field. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third. They'll begin here with Blunt. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. And now with a little dead spot here, let's talk Super Bowl week. And Media Day, always a big spectacle. This year, though, moving it to Monday night and calling it opening night. So a little bit of a change, but those guys getting that distraction out of the way early.
I think that they applaud the fact that it's that early in the week, because if you're a headliner, if you're the starting quarterback, if you're Tom Brady or Matt Ryan, you're inundated with reporters and questions. Get it over with on Monday, move on with the rest of it. I think they were very happy to have that behind them. But I always laugh at that night, because what about the guys that never get asked anything, sitting at the podium, and maybe guys like you and me go by and go, hey, how you doing? And they're like, hey, what do you want to talk about? Not a lot of ink for them.
Yeah, it's always fun to see those guys. They have their cameras and phones out as well. They're videoing it like they are the media, too. If For the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's got time in the pocket. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up fourth.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
On first down, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I'll say much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On second down, Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Second and 5. On second down, here's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And here's Lewis. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back.
Return team.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be first down, New England.
Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Brady to throw on second down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Chris Hogan, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gostkowski for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Weems to return. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. And the numbers show the improvement, and this is kind of what we thought we would expect to see from him. I know we overanalyze these things sometimes, but what switch? What's flipped that switch?
Sometimes I think when you're as great as he is, you just kind of roll out each game and expect good things to happen. And that's not always the case. Those guys on the other side of the ball, they're the NFL 2 for a reason. So maybe at halftime he gets a chance to regroup, kind of get it back together, get a little extra resolve, and now he's putting it into practice.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up. Not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Matt Bosher now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now out come the Patriots. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. Well, something that was lost in the shuffle, to switch gears for a second, in the Super Bowl talk, is the Pro Bowl. Wasn't in Hawaii and Orlando this past weekend, and I know you enjoyed watching the skills challenges.
I certainly did, and the City Beautiful had a great time. Think about those skill challenges now. OBJ wins the drone drop. From 125 feet, he catches it and wins that one. Philip Rivers warms up for the quarterback competition in cowboy boots. Ends up winning that in regular gear. And then finally, the dodgeball. AFC, NFC. NFC had 5 or 6 guys at the end. AFC had one guy, T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah.
Now, he's used to running pass patterns against a lot of guys and beating them, but in this case, they finally got him. Zeke Elliott took him out in the end.
3rd down now following the run. Play action. Now it's Brady. Deep drop. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Blunt, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's got time. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it's 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. but they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. He'll run it here with Blunt. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The wideout Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. On play action, it's Brady. Finding time. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Malcolm Mitchell out of the University of Georgia was the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The D for the Pats. The Patriots heading back onto the field now. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. One quarter remains in Super Bowl 51. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on board as we get set to begin the fourth. Second down, surveying the field, and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. The 13 yards that time at a first. And a two-score game, obviously. Every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Second and 10 now. Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
An expecting pass. Ryan will throw again. He's got time in the pocket. And he's got Sanu. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
False start, offense.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. third down. Ryan finding Gabriel, complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. He'll get the football here. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wondered if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Yeah, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Blunt, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
By 20! By 20!
Now Brady throwing on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get 3 up to midfield. And on the tackle, Jonathan Babineau. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now they try the right side here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. On play action, it's Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Blunt, the lone running back. And they'll give it to him here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Here's Brady. And out of bounds right around the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradle, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So on 4th down, Brady will yield to Gostkowski for the field goal try. This one from 35 yards away. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Now Ryan on first down. And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Now Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down, just 1 yard to go. Again, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. We're back to crown a champion after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now, Ryan on first down. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. A gain of 6 there on first. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing again, Ryan. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chris Long in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. On third down, Ryan. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted? So many things to go through.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now here's the Falcons defense getting set to go again. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, but a first down likely ends this thing.
And it looks like they are, to coin a phrase, on the defensive here, right? But in fact, the team on offense has to be really careful because they're going to attack like crazy. They've got to cover the football, make sure they don't turn it over, and still find a way to finish off this game despite the extra pressure that's going to come their way.
Do you pack it in for a run here on first down?
I think that you do. That's how you have to play it. But at the same time, you're telling your ball carrier, both arms over the football, body, everything else, because they will do everything possible to try and knock it free.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it in. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. To throw is Brady. Finding time. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. they go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. And now they're in the hurry-up. He's back to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw. He finds Coleman. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. So there's the spike as it comes with 23 seconds to go. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. Can't find anyone open. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.